This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, students, a very good morning to all. Am I audible to you? Let me know. Everyone, please respond via chat window, or you may unmute yourself and let me know, is it audible to you or not?
Audible, sir.
Okay. Thank you for your response. So we wait here few minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, because particular strength of this session is not field. Actually, I need to hear only till now only very few students are there. 10 students are there, so we need to wait a little bit. We wait as a first day one. We wait here. We wait here 2 to 3 minutes, and we will start. We wait for others, and in the meantime, I request you inform all of your friends that class is started. Please join the meeting. We already shared all the details about class link and everything via and as well as via WhatsApp group. So if you not join WhatsApp group, I request all to join WhatsApp group as early as possible, from where we actually send every data and everything regarding the class. So make sure that you already join the sessions and you already joined the session. Who already joined the session requested you to please wait a little bit. We'll start within 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, so I think we need to start this session as it's already 6 minutes is over, but still there is only 10 students are there. We'll wait here and we'll start shortly. Okay, students are joining. Okay, so let's start this session. As we already wait 1 or 2 minutes, it's almost 5 minutes over. I request everyone, please join on time every day. So this is actually a 6-day training program. Hopefully you all aware about that. Within this meantime, all the basics about MATLAB, and we go with one small projects based on MATLAB, and we complete this session. So the thing is that you hear what we observe, most of the students are from electrical engineering background. Students are from second year and third year join this course. So as per your curriculum, MATLAB, I think you already used. Yes or no? Anyone, can you tell me, are you already use MATLAB or not? Or is it a first time?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No,
Okay,
sir.
so one request to all, rather than replied via microphone, you please unmute all of your microphone, because if this all 30 odd students are going to answer, it's actually a long issue that I can't able to continue. So it's better options if you go with a chat window in this GoToMeeting app. There is a one options for chat. So go with this chat window and write down your response. So the thing is that this class we actually prefer to go with a little bit interactive one. Obviously, this is almost 30 days, 30 hours sessions, and the thing is that lots of things we need to cover, and you all are novice to this topic, but you all have a good idea on engineering background, and you all have a idea on electrical domain. So now the question is that uh, as you don't go with the still till the date you don't go with, but still you are interested for MATLAB. But why we go with the MATLAB? What are the specialty of MATLAB? So why students to go with MATLAB, and where we implement this MATLAB? What are the core features of MATLAB, and why so this actually is so important of BTech curriculum? We know that when we go with the university syllabus, we find out one thing: MATLAB is already there for implementing some topics like a control system. So, are you already go with this topic, control system? Yes or no? Are you already go with the topic control system? Yes or no? As via chat. Yeah. So some of you already write yes, some of you know yes. That's obviously happened because it's actually a mixed batch. There is some students are from third year, some students are from second year. So in control system, there is number of equations are there we need to solve, and there is a lots of options are there, lots of equations and lots of graphs are there. We need to plot. We need to find out some optimal solutions. So how we find out, how we check it, because all the times it's not possible to practically uh, go with this all the devices. And the second option is, the second thing is that another topic you already learned, hopefully this is signal system or DSP, digital signal processing. In that case you also use, some of the cases you may use this MATLAB, and these are the topics whatever you cover. And circuit theory, that is circuit theory, another topic is there where you may also use this MATLAB. So these are the your curriculum based topics where we can able to use this MATLAB software, right? So these are the, we already have this topic until now, means that whatever topic studied in our this up to second year or third year, within that these are the top where we may use a MATLAB. But not only limited to that, we have a lots of options for MATLAB. Like we have to go with the power systems. We have a transmission line. We have a EM theory. We have a topic like a antenna microwave. Lots of areas are there where we may use a MATLAB. But this not enough. There is number of things are there, means that whatever the topic we discuss, these all are the relevant to your subject of electrical engineering. But MATLAB is not limited to that. So if we consider MATLAB, we may have options for different departments like mechanical, electronics, communications. Yes, you also have some papers from these subjects. So that also we may use to understand these topics. We may use a MATLAB. So if we consider our 4-year curriculum, obviously MATLAB is a very important. But is it relevant to our studies? Is there any practical use? Let me know whatever you have an idea. Can you tell me something that where we use a MATLAB, any areas, any industries, or any location? Anyone have any idea? So you may unmute yourself and let me know, or you may write down in the chat also. Right? Please respond. Yes, anyone have any idea where we use where we can able to use this MATLAB? Any ideas?
Sir, in machine learning or computational finance.
Okay, machine learning and computational finance. Yes, obviously, in that case, we also use, but not only this is a particular domain. So that actually also be our subjects. Obviously, MATLAB we use in machine learning, and that things we will discuss. But where we apply, obviously, we learn this computation means first thing is a computation. So MATLAB that actually basically designed for computations, right? So computation purpose means mathematical solving purpose we use, but the thing is that MATLAB is not only for that. MATLAB where we industries where we use, the thing is that obviously the application areas is some of the motors you want to implement design, and that motors actually you don't know how it's work. You need to calculate something, what are the most efficient, how efficiently motor will work depending upon parameter you want to predict before connected with some of the industrial components, right? So industrial process, so we need to check it, because if it's some hazardous issues, we if we directly connect physically and it make a create a big issue. So before implementing that, we need to check or simulate that things we can able to simulate or test using MATLAB. So industry, lots of industry means obviously this power industry, every industry have some research based tasks, and for this research based task, we must need to go with this MATLAB, right? So MATLAB widely accepted by all the research communities, like uh, IEEE, Springer, and all the research bodies. So everywhere, and the thing is that mostly we what we do in next generations of whatever we want to do, we now we are mainly focusing on design something. This is like the interdisciplinary things, combination of electrical engineering, combination of electronics engineering, combination of computer science engineering, combination of mechanical engineering. So we need a common platform to implement all the things, right? We need a common platform to implement all the things. So for that, we go with the MATLAB. In the meantime, when we discuss this all, I think now lots of students are already joined. Okay, still 25 students joined. Another, I hope that is a batch of almost 37 students. So almost 12 students still not joined. So in the meantime, I want to say one thing. If you have a MATLAB software with you, then it's a fine. So if you don't have a MATLAB software with you, then also not an issue for day one. What we do, so here that is the environment of a MATLAB. So here I am using a very old versions, but it's actually compatible with all the code it will support. And one
Excuse
of
me,
the
sir.
yes.
Sir, actually, can you share the link of MATLAB software or how to download it?
Yeah. So the thing is that thing is that MATLAB software. So MATLAB is not a open source software. So that is a very important thing. MATLAB is not a open source software. So it's difficult to go with the MATLAB that is actually it's not available, and it costs around 10 to 15,000 rupees for single license, and for institutional license there is a good options, but how we manage it? So this is actually a 6 days course. You don't have any issue. You may go with this way. I just go with the MATLAB website. MATLAB, MATLAB software, MATLAB online. Just write down MATLAB online, and you get a both the options, MATLAB online simulators, where you can able to simulate online. You just need to go with that actually a MATLAB start MATLAB online. This link is there. Just you need to copy this link. I just shared this link. Just join everyone. But one thing is required. Your institutional ID is required to go with this MATLAB software. So I just shared it with you. This link I want to share with you. So just a moment. Yes. Again. Yes. So this actually I am going to share it with your chat window. So everyone, please go with that. This is actually a link for MATLAB software online versions, but that's not enough because we need to know one thing. So when we go with this MATLAB, there is lots of features are there, and the thing is that if we consider MATLAB robustness, because this MATLAB software used by computer science, electrical, electronics, mechanical, civil, agriculture, all the branches of engineers, so they have a lots of toolboxes and libraries. Toolboxes are there. So all the toolboxes are not support this basic MATLAB versions. So you may download additional toolbox and you may install online also, or you may go with the offline also. So another way is there. This is your online board, online based applications. Another applications I will share here, that is MATLAB software. MATLAB. So we start this way also because because why we go with this way, because everyone can go with that and you can able to find it. So these two options we have to go with the MATLAB. So in the meantime, when we discuss, you may go with this. So if you go with this MATLAB software, if you go with this MATLAB software, this software is valid for 30 days. So you may go with this, provide your institutional mail ID, and it provide you 30 days free access, right? So I also share links from where you can download latest versions of MATLAB and you can use it. So I also shared this one, right? So these are the two options you have. You may go with and download it. So next, what we need to discuss, the thing is that how we define MATLAB. So MATLAB is a high-level computing language. It is widely used in computational analysis, control signal and processing, and communication field, or power engineering field. So this is actually a MATLAB. How we define MATLAB? MATLAB is a high-level language. So this is actually a high-level language. It is widely used computational analysis. So some of you already mentioned that yes, MATLAB we use for computation purpose, computation analysis for finance, not only finance, but also for all the cases, right? Control, signal, processing, and communication fields. So every cases we may go with this MATLAB, right? So we have these options. So go with. But the thing is that so actually MATLAB full form is that matrix laboratory. So this is a matrix laboratory. But now the question is that when you go with this link, who are preferred to go with this online mode, they have a good options, right? So they maybe go with the online mode. So this they just need to register with that and they successfully go in. But next option, whatever I shared, that actually a big file, right? So if anyone face issue with any of the options, I also have options for them. They may go with the options that is you hopefully all of you using now Android mobile phone. So suppose some of the students who don't have a mobile phone, so sorry, who don't have a laptop or computer, they also join these sessions, or they also go with mobile phones and they can install it. So if you go with the mobile Android applications, right? If you go with the Android applications, in Android application store, there is the option. So just go with the smartphone, and within that you have a Play Store options. Within this Play Store, just write down MATLAB, and you got a link for that, right? So just I give you 2 minutes of time. So just everyone choose any of the options. Go with your Play Store, Android mobile phone Play Store, and write down MATLAB and install MATLAB's applications for today's sessions. Or you may go with the online versions, whatever I shared with that, and use it. And if you want to download, you may download it for 1 month. So whatever option is there, please go with, and please confirm whenever your this all are done. Right. I give you 2 to 3 minutes of time now to go with this. Right. So everyone, please follow any of the one steps. And so I think mobile versions take just 2 to 3 minutes, or if you go with the online, take 2 to 3 minutes. So I wait here, and please everyone, whenever the process is done, write down via chat window, it's done.
Sir, it required to sign in.
Yeah, obviously you need to sign in.
Okay, sir.
But the thing is that you need to provide an institutional ID, right? You need to provide institutional ID. So everyone, please complete it and respond whenever it's done. Okay, I wait for your response. So yes, can you repeat the process? Yeah. So the thing is that process is no difficult process is there. Just I shared a tool link with you via this chat window. Just go with this chat window and register. So no difficult link is there. Difficult process is there. Just go with a chat window. And the link, whatever I shared, just go with that and complete, download the software and register with that. Okay, it's already available. Okay, I resend. I will send. So 2 options is there. So one of the very common process is there that you go with your Android app. For today is enough. If you go with the Android application, right? Please go with your Android applications. Means Android phone. Hopefully you all have. Just go with the Android applications and do the things. Write down into Play Store, Android Play Store. Just write down the things that is MATLAB, and you got a link for that, right? MATLAB link you receive. So if you face any difficulties, then obviously ask me. I will again guide you. So okay, in the meantime, I try to go with the same process. So for today, we definitely share. So another things I want to share, we definitely shared this. Okay, I just try to share my screen and try to show you the process. I think it's you can able to check these things whatever I shared. Okay, is it yes, I think Windows is shared. So display is there. So I go with the Play Store and I'm writing here MATLAB, and this actually a Windows we get, right? So this actually MATLAB Windows we get, and we need to install it. So just click on this install, and I think it's possible. So I think now it's clear to all that actually options. You go with this mobile versions, and you can able to install it. Anyone? I think now you don't have any issue. Just click on this install, and after installation, you can able to use it, right? So these actually options you have for you, right? So that things I already discussed. Is it clear? Now anyone have any issue? And I again share my screen now. So for today, everyone, please go with this MATLAB, this versions, and install it. And it actually support all the things.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Shobik sir, am I audible to you?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes. Hello.
Just 1 minute. Just
Yeah.
1 minute. May I know all the students from electrical department and they have registered for the MATLAB. Apart from MATLAB electrical department, any student is here? All are from MATLAB electrical, no? Please reply me.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So apart
yes,
from
sir.
Yes,
electrical
sir.
department,
Yes,
okay,
sir.
okay, okay. Okay, thank you. Okay. Shobik sir, please continue.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay, so all of you now able to complete this process. So I give you for a little bit. So one or two of you already mentioned that you can able to download the software and you can able to use it, right? So hopefully I give you another 1 minute, and please all of you confirm the process is completed by you. Okay, please respond. I think a few of the students already writing that yes, done. Yes, 4 or 5 students writing these things. I hope. Yeah. So the thing is that now how so environment is ready. So before going to discuss more on that, I want to say something that is where we left actually. MATLAB. So MATLAB have a lots of toolboxes, and we can use these things for number of cases. Means number of ways we may use these things. Means for different engineering department we can use it. But the main thing is that we go with the computation, right? Computation purpose. We use MATLAB. So here we already show you one thing that is it's already written that things that is it is only basic version is there. And this again written that this is a matrix, a full form of this matrix laboratory. So we need to deal with matrix, right? We need to deal with matrix. So if we want to deal with matrix, what are the options? We means we must need to create a matrix. So how we create a matrix? That actually a first thing. So number of theoretical things are there in MATLAB. So this not we want to continue because almost half an hour over. Still we don't experience the MATLAB. So first we experience MATLAB, then again we discuss some of the things. So now all of you have the MATLAB platform with you. Let's start implement something. So this actually a MATLAB environment, and in this MATLAB environment we have options. We in this MATLAB environment we have options to write a code number of ways we may use a MATLAB. One is that is a simulation based approach. So simulation option is there, we may simulate the things. Second one is that we may code. So two different way we may use MATLAB. One is that simulation, second one is by writing the simulations, and second one is that coding. So we go with the mainly in this course we focus on coding based approach. And if we want to go with, so for simulation here you have options, that is simulator, Simulink, MATLAB Simulink. There's a block by block approach is there, and another options we have, that is coding. So so if we go with the coding, there's a two windows. One is that command line windows, another is that one is that command line windows, another is editor window. So this actually a window, whatever is open here, this actually called a command line window, right? This actually called a command line window. So command line window, and so hopefully all of you get this window. This actually a command line window is there, and now there is another window is there, that is editor window. So how we go with the editor window? We just need to write here edit options and click on that, and it will open a new window where we can able to write our code. Right. So this is like editor window. So now what are the difference between these two? So here if we write our code, we can able to save this code by using this command, save as functions. But if we go with this command line window, we can't able to save our code. And obviously there is a lots of windows are there if you check it. So let's yeah, I just go with some different mode. It's a full window mode is there. So just a minute. Yeah. So another option is there. There's a current window. So these are the things. So it's actually so this actually a location. This is a command folder. So this current folder is there. So current folder actually we use to yes. So the current folder, this whatever the MATLAB functions is there, MATLAB things are there, that will store into this current window, right? That actually store into current window. And the thing is that so we have these two options, current window and this. So now we want to start our coding, and the thing is that this MATLAB is a matrix laboratory. So first thing is that we need to do how we create a matrix into it. So we don't go with this window, we just need to write this simply how we write a matrix. So is it visible? My window is visible. Okay, so hopefully it's visible to all of you. So whatever we write here this way, so we want to create a matrix. So how we create a matrix into MATLAB, that's a very basic queries. So the thing is that if we write here simply some values we are writing here, so these are the things that are there, and we go with this, and that actually things we get, right? So this actually create a matrix, so 1D matrix. So what we want to know before writing this MATLAB functions, that is obviously here we simply go with this and create a matrix. But one thing again we want to know, we already learned lots of languages, right? In that languages we have a number of things, like if we go with that C language, whenever we declare a variable, so we declare a variable a, and we want to go with something, but if we declare this a and assign something, we can easily assign it. But you know that in other language, C and other languages, we don't have these permissions. Obviously Python have the same permissions. We may easily assign a variable. We don't need to type, we don't need to declare an integer, we don't need to declare float, we don't need to declare anything, right? So that actually a specialty of MATLAB, why we prefer to go with this, right? So in MATLAB, defining a variable is very simple. Now the thing is that if we want to go with this MATLAB for mathematical tasks, so how we go with this mathematical task, right? So for mathematical tasks, we need to go with some of the things. Sorry, 2 plus 3. If we want to add it, we can easily add it. We don't even need to declare a variable also, right? We don't need to declare a variable also. Is it clear? So just check it. This simple things. Any mathematical operation, we can easily, we don't need to declare variable or anything, we directly go with that. Just check it.
Yes, sir. Check it.
Yeah. So the thing is that this is actually a very basic interface of whatever we go with. So hopefully all of you are able to try this one and check these things, that's how we work with that. Now we go with another option. So this is the MATLAB things, and MATLAB. So let's this is the environment we discussed, a scope we already discussed, but just I want to point out, basically designed for mathematical task purpose, we go with the MATLAB. Different support toolboxes are there available, right? So what is the toolbox that we discuss later of this course? Each and every field of engineering have its use and science have its use. MATLAB result accepted by all the research bodies. It is hardware interactions, machine learning algorithms, and lots of application support. Means here one thing we want to say, MATLAB actually support all the things starting from machine learning, deep learning, and as well as hardware interactions, right? So we can able to interact Arduino. Hopefully, how many of you already aware about Arduino? How many of you already go with the Arduino based things? Anyone or know aware about this term Arduino? It may be in microcontroller based things. Microcontroller, when you go with the learn a microcontroller, then you already interact with this devices. And the thing is that this is a microcontroller based board, and microcontroller also or microprocessor also, we may interact with this. Means this MATLAB can interact with this hardwares, right? So if you go with these toolboxes, so toolbox features are there. So within this toolbox, there is a lots of options. So we go with another versions that actually show all the details very clearly. I shared one day other versions of MATLAB that actually understand these things. So that's why we prefer to go with the MATLAB, right? But obviously, MATLAB have a number of disadvantages that also we need to know. Why Python became so famous? Because MATLAB is primitive, more reliable, and widely acceptable. But in the field of machine learning, Python actually acquired. Why Python acquired these things? Right. That may be a question. So the thing is that we need to decide something how we manage these things, right? So why we need to go with this Python? Because Python have a huge library. Means it's open source, huge library options are there, and the next thing is that they have an open community, so anyone can develop these things. And Python is very lightweight, and its execution is very fast. In MATLAB, theory is actually a little bit slow. It's a huge software is there. It's take time. So this is the disadvantage of MATLAB. But it have all the as we have a more famous language, it's a Python. So next is that what are the alternate options to this MATLAB? If you don't want to go with the MATLAB, we have a number of alternate options like a GNU Octave, Scilab, Sage. So Scilab actually a good alternative to MATLAB. If you don't able to fix the MATLAB software, you also have these options. You may go with this Scilab. So most of the applications, means whatever commands we use here, Scilab. So whatever software whatever the command we write here for MATLAB, maximum things actually supported by this Scilab. So just wait, I just open this Scilab. So if you don't able to install or anything on MATLAB, so you have alternate options. You may go with Scilab. The Scilab is open source, so anyone can download this Scilab software. And 90 to 1, I think 100 MB software. So you can easily download it and experience it. This is a good alternative to MATLAB, but most of the codes are support, not all. So who face the issue with this MATLAB, they may go with this Scilab software. So I also share this link for Scilab with you. Okay. So these are the options we have. Now let's wait. Yeah. So next is that MATLAB is actually a high-level language, and MATLAB functions functionality. There is a built-in functions are there. Lots of built-in functions are there in MATLAB, and matrix manipulation is possible. Linear algebra is possible. Data analysis is possible. Graphical visualization is possible. Add-on toolbox, image processing. So these are the inbuilt functionalities MATLAB, right? So first part, and second one is that if we want to go with the additional toolbox, there's an n number of additional toolbox, but few of the very common toolboxes options we discuss here that we use in everyday of life. Most of the cases of MATLAB we actually use the MATLAB. So image processing toolbox, signal processing toolbox, optimization toolbox, and genetic algorithm toolbox. What are we interested in? Obviously, when we go with this, so we already discussed this, whatever the things is command line and MATLAB. And here obviously there is another part, that's a Simulink based things. And the thing is that whatever the file we save, using MATLAB, this actually editor window, we already mentioned this editor window, and it's whenever we write some code and save it, it's saved as a .m extension. So if you go with this current directory, so a few times back I already show this current directory. This current directory actually saves the files this file using .m extensions, right? So there's a very basic. So how we start a program, that things we already discussed. So these are the windows actually you interact with that. So one part is that command window that actually open to my screen, and there's a current window I already show you, and another is that where we have a variables and all the workspaces is there where actually whatever the things we use now, that is available. Variables. So if we go with a variable, so last we already discussed this variable in MATLAB, we don't need to declare the variables. So just we don't need to declare the integer, double, float. These are the things are not mandatory when we discuss about the MATLAB. So just write down the things and it will store the data. But by default, we all just check these things, how it's stored. Obviously, as it's stored this way, it's actually not a very memory efficient. So why it's a little bit slow also, right? So that things we discuss step by step. Next is that basic mathematical expressions are there. So MATLAB support all the kinds of expressions like a plus, minus, log, exponential, power functions, square root functions, sine, cos, tan, every functions will support, right? So I just explore it one by one, but I just in a hurry I just go with that, and we then again come back and discuss. So what the features I have a MATLAB, that thing. So let's start with this where we leave this is the array matrix. So this is the very important. This MATLAB is a matrix laboratory. So that's the most important things that we need to understand how we write a matrix. So let's go with that. So in the meantime, we so matrix writing. So when we're going to describe the matrix, so suppose A is a variable when we want to describe the matrix. So in this case, okay, so this way we can able to create a matrix. So a particular matrix. So here the thing is that 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is two matrix. So this is 2D. Rakesh Tiwari writing that my net is exhausted due to this worst app. Please take meeting on Google Meet on Zoom. My whole 1 GB is exhausted. Yeah, Rakesh, I understand your issue, but this GoToMeeting app actually is a good. Okay, so if all of you face the same kind of issue, so just go with this patience, with this continue with this GoToMeeting app, and we will check these things. Whatever the solutions we have, if it's possible to switch to Google Meet, we obviously switch. We just we need to communicate with our means your institute and our organization. This actually one short discussions is required. When they actually confirm, everyone is confirmed, we obviously switch to Google Meet. But one problem is that in Google Meet, recording option is not there. That actually issue. Otherwise, if you don't need that, if you comfortable with these things, we don't have an issue to go with, I think, Google Meet. So that is totally your choice, whatever you prefer. So just check it, just this first session. So this actually a sessions of a total 30 hours. Within that, so every day 10:30 to 1 you have a first half, and then 2 to 4:30 have your second half. So in the when we start at the break, we discuss about this matter. May we able to switch to this another platform or not? If all of you agree with that, then obviously we go with that.
Yes, sir. Sir, in second half,
Sir,
please consider for the Google Meet. Actually, we
sir,
all
in
have
Google,
the same problem.
So I request one thing, everyone, it's a better option is that rather than sharing with me only, okay, I checked it and I tried to go. So it's a maybe, but from, I just need to communicate with them and then I need to check it. Is it possible or not?
Okay,
Because
sir. In the break time, I will contact our Shubhra ma'am for VCT training, and then I will confirm you.
okay, so actually both the way from your side and our side, we also need to communicate and then we can able to fix the matters and do the things, right? So no issue
Okay,
regarding
sir.
that.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, so this actually the so please continue this session with this go-to meeting because this is very difficult to switch in the meantime when session is going on. In the meantime, to switch to any other versions is a little bit difficult. So now for this first step is at least go with that and then we discuss and fix this issue, right? So is it a problem for everyone or
Yes, sir.
one?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
okay,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay. So we try to switch to Google Meet if it's possible. I just a minute. I just want to inform also. Just in the meantime, I also try to inform them. Let me in the meantime we get a response from our office also that what actually want to go with. Okay. So I already informed. Let me know what they replied, and we decide on that based on that. This where we look. So in this MATLAB, we can easily. So this can mainly discuss about the matrix laboratory. So how we write a matrix? That actually a main question. So this is the simplest way to write a matrix. So what is the specialty here? This separation by space actually mean that within a row, each of the how we fill the row, and if we want to go with the next row, we need to write a semicolon, right? So this is a clear specialty how we create a matrix. So this way we can create n by n matrix. So n by n, any to any matrix, right? So let's all of you try these things, simple things, and check it. Yes, are you able to comfortable to create this matrix or not? Let's I give you one task. So if you are familiar with that, can you able to create this matrix? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you able to create this matrix? If you're comfortable with this code, so please try to write this code and let me share via chat window. Let me check. All of you able to comfortable with this or not? So if you have any queries, ask me. Okay, so please write down into chat window whatever answer you got. Just copy into and paste if it's possible. Otherwise, you may share your screen also. If you want to share, please ask me.
I've done.
Okay, anyone can share your screen or can you write into this chat window? whatever you write, then I understand.
Can I
Yes,
share?
you are. Yeah. Who want to share? Let me know.
Me, Sampath Pal.
Shampad Pal. Okay, Shampad. Very good. So let's make a presenter. Yeah, I make a presenter. Just check it. You can able to share your screen now.
So can you see?
Yes, some of you send to me via chat window result. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. Some Toritra Banerjee is already shared. Very good. Okay. No issue, Shampa. Yes, now you're also, whatever screen you share is also visible. Right.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Shampa. So everyone can, I think all of you can able to write the things. Very good. So this is the very basic. So how we go with this matrix, how we create a matrix. So let's share my screen again. Yes, so number of students already write the code and share with me. That's a very good, very fine. So one of you share this is okay. So all of you, number of students already shared. So very good. So now I go with again share my screens. Okay, my screen is already shared. So let's go with the things again. Now we already create a matrix. So this actually manually we can create, or we may take a help of some. We may take a help of some. Just go with that. We take some functions, predefined functions to create a matrix. So let's go with the one very common predefined functions, that is magic. So using that, if you want to, yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
yes, yes.
your screen is not visible.
Yes,
Not
sir.
visible.
Yes, sir. Not visible.
No.
Okay.
Not visible.
I again try to share my screen. Yeah, I think now it's visible. Yes.
Yes, sir. Now visible.
So this is clear. We may go with the magic matrix. So magic, M-A-G-I-C, magic is the command, and within that, suppose we write a 4. So it will create 4 by 4 matrix. But the question is that why it's called magic. So this way, number of predefined functions are there in MATLAB. Using that, we can using that we can able to create a matrix, right? So this magic actually, if you check it, if you add all the rows or column individually, you get exactly same. So for that we have another function sum to check all the sum of all the elements of a column. So if we write these things, it's return all that 34. So if you go with this, why it's a magic? Because 16 plus 5 plus 9 plus 4, this is 34, and this 2 plus 11 plus 7 plus 14, this also 34. So all are the 34s. Even 16 plus 2, 18, 18 plus 3, 21, 21 plus 13 means row value also, if you add, that also be a 34. So row and column, all the values actually became the same, right? So this actually is magic matrix. So we have options. We may create a magic matrix this way, right? So just check it. So not only that, you may go with any values. So suppose you write magic. If you write rather than writing 4, if you write you may write any values, it will provide some answers. Just check it. Yeah. So hopefully now all of you are able to check these things. So we go with the next options. Next thing, that is another. So this way number of things are possible. This I is that another option. So this actually if we write a I and if we write a whatever the things we write within this will make this thing. So what this matrix is? Do you remember?
Identity matrix.
Identity.
Exactly, identity matrix. So if we want to use identity matrix, we can able to use using this. This is very simple. Another thing is that there's another matrix. There's a zeros. So zeros means if we write a 4 zeros, so this is a zeros matrix. All zeros are there. Another matrix is there, ones. If we write this 4s, this all ones are there. Now the question is that, okay, we are learning these things, but where we use this concept? So what actually use of these zeros, ones, and identity? Can you tell me some ideas where we can able to implement these things? Any idea? Any guess? In electrical engineering, is there any use of this zeros, ones? So we always want to
Binary system for electronics.
Okay. Number of binaries are there. Okay, no issue. So the thing is that obviously binary is a very good thing, but we already know one thing. So before going to that, we need to know another things. That is how we concat matrix, concatenation of a matrix. How we concat matrices. So if we want to concat matrices, how we can able to do that? So first, whatever we write, so let's concatenation means. So A equals to, suppose we write zeros 4. It create this way. We write B equals to ones 4. Now we have these things. If we want to concatenate, we may concat. How we concat? So two kinds of concatenation procedure, row, column. So just go with the C equals to, if we write this way, A, B. So it's concatenate. Right. So this way we can concatenate two matrices. Just check it. Now the question is that still, okay, just try checking this concatenation operator. So this is clear. We concatenate through column. So if we want to concatenate through row, so just same way we need to write here this. Right. So row and column concatenations. Right. So now the question is that, so where we use these things. So do you remember one topic you already learned? Filter. Filter you already learned in DSP or system. So filter, what happened? We want to filter out some of the noise. We want to pass some of the noise. So suppose we have some signals. So we may store the signal information this way. Suppose 1, 2, 1, 0, some this way. So I don't go with this binary or digital. So whatever the signal coefficient information is there, the coefficient is there. That's excitation points we may consider some of the cases. So the signals are there. So we want to pass some of the phase. We don't want to pass some of the phase, means high pass, low pass, band pass. But as per this point, so we only want to collect mid portion of this signal. So or last 4 elements of a signal. So we multiply this thing with this information. So it's cut out. So 0 means it's nullify the first part, go with the second part. Do you got it? Do you got it? Yes, this idea? So here in this case we may use this signal system concept. So the same way we may go with a band pass, low pass, high pass, all kind of things we may go with that. And number of times we need to go with the coefficients. We multiply with the coefficients with a 1, that means this coefficients will exist. If we multiply with 0, that nullified. So this way we number of cases we widely use these things actually, right? So that actually are things. Now we need to go with the next thing. We need these things. That is this is very basics. We don't want to skip this slide. So matrix formations, we already check it. Okay, transpose. Yes, transpose is possible. So let's go with the transpose of a matrix. So this all the versions are not support. Still, we as is there equals to, we write these things 1, 2, 3. So these are the things is there, and we write this A bar. So it's provide this way. It's transpose the matrix. It's also possible. So matrix operations we can able to do this easily. So transpose of a matrix. Check it. So all of you check. In the meantime, we already go with almost fast session mid position. So that actually some relaxation required. So we go with the attendance now. And again, we start this session. So we go with the attendance. And in the meantime, whatever the things are there, just complete it. We just take attendance and we again start. Yeah. Adarsh Jain, are you there? Adarsh Jain, absent. So please respond everyone. If you are attend these sessions, you need to give attendance. This is like first up. Aman Shah.
Yes, sir, present.
Present. Okay. Anubhav Mukherjee.
Present, sir.
Orko Mukhopadhyay.
Present.
Okay.
Sir, others are present.
Orko
Present, sir.
Basu. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Present.
Orpon.
Sir, Rakesh is present.
Present, sir. Orpon.
When I call, then only response, right? Now only one student is not present. Others, Zain, I ask you, are not present. Aman Shah, are you present? Aman Shah?
Yes,
Sir,
sir,
others
present,
are
present.
Okay, so next is that Orpon Shen. Orpon Shen.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Devashish Acharya.
Yes, sir, present. Yes, sir.
Nilashish.
Yes, sir. Present. Yes, sir.
Pallavi.
Yes, sir, present.
Next is that Rakesh Tiwari.
Yes, sir, present.
Sayantan Dotto. Sayantan absent, right? Shoham Mitra.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Sonu Kumar Prasad.
Present, sir. Present.
Sonu Chakraborty.
Present, sir.
Subarna Pal.
Present,
Subarna
sir.
Pal?
Present, sir.
Yeah. Shubham Ghosh?
Present, sir.
Shubhamoy Mondol?
Present, sir.
Suraj Kumar Shah?
Present, sir.
Swagatam Kumar?
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Tomoradeep Sinha?
Present, sir.
Torito Banerjee?
Yes, sir.
Banerjee?
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Akash Vishwas? Akash
Sir.
Vishwas? Present.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Arif Hossain? Arif Hossain?
বিস্তারিত কথা বলবো আবির ঘোষাল রয়েছে আমাদের সঙ্গে
Yes, sir.
Background something is going on. Goirik Dotto?
Present. Present, sir.
Okay. Goirik Dotto present, right?
Yes, sir.
Hiravro Kole? Hiravro
Present, sir.
Kole? Mohammad Izaz Ahmed?
Sir. Present.
Mrinmoy Ghosh?
Yes, sir. Present.
Priyanka Sarkar?
প্রেজেন্ট স্যার
Sampath Pal?
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Sayantan De?
Present, sir.
Shayok Sarkar?
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Shoumo Palui? Shoumo
sir.
Palui?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So let's again start our class. So here we checked it, that is how we transpose a matrix. So transpose of a matrix is a very important, that things we can check this way. How we create a matrix, that also we checked. Next is that yeah, so our operator we may
Hello.
use here. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, let me know.
Hello.
Any questions? Yes.
Sir, Adil sir is present.
Present. Okay, let me check again. I roll number 1, first one, right? Others Jain?
Yes, sir.
Okay, everyone is present. Okay, so anyone absent here? Let me check. No one is absent. Yes, one is absent. So Shayantan Dotto, are you there? Only one student is absent, Shayantan Dotto. Okay, Shayantan Dotto, are you there? No. So next is that we already know how to transpose this matrix. Next thing, what we need to do, that is we want to go with A equals to A equals to 1. So rather than going to this, so there's a thing. So 1 is to 10. So this 1 is to 10. What is the meaning of that? So is to meaning entire all. Whenever we got is to, that means always entire all. So any of the cases, if you got these options is to, that means entire all. So 1:10 entire all. If we write a 7:11, then also within this range 7 to 11. So before, from where we start and where we end, right? So this actually a first starting point. This actually a point, and in between all the things should be work. So all the should be print. So this is the entire all command. Now another thing is there. If we within in between, if we write a 2, so it print. Okay. So we mistakenly put a 2:2. So 1:2 is there. So in between, if we write another one thing, this actually intermediate gap. So this first point, this actually define this first point. This actually define the starting point. This actually define the intermediate gap, and this actually define the end values. Right. So these are the options we have. Right. So starting point, intermediate gap, and means what you can see. So starting point is 7. Intermediate gap means every second point it should be print. So 7, then 9, then 11. This way it will print. So this is intermediate gap. So by default, if we don't have an intermediate gap, so then we directly write. We don't, by default, it's not need to write anything. But if we have an intermediate gap, if we write it, it will print this way. So can you able to print? So what code you need to write to print this way? 1, 5. Sorry. If you need to print this way, 1, then you need to write. Suppose, but I need to write 1, then 5, then 9, then this way we need to continue. So what actually code we need to write? Can you have to write this code? So if I want to print 159, what actually code you need to write?
1:4:9.
1:4:9. Exactly. So this way we may go with this thing. So these are the options. So this is a very simple things, right? We can easily go with that. Right. Next, so this is like is2 command. So I think if you go with any of the languages that also have a same kind of support, means in the Python also have the same things. So next, we already discussed this. Yeah. So these are the things we already discussed. So these are the things. Okay. Random matrix we not discussed. So that things we need to discuss. So another thing is that if we go with A equals to RAN, rand, and we write here, suppose 4. So this actually A equals to random 4, and this actually generate a matrix. But what is the significance of this random? So every time we create this matrix, is always provide a different elemental value. If you check it, this time whatever the random value provide the answer, next time the answer value is little bit different, right? So the thing is that it's a randomly collect data from machines and it will put. So is it clear? So this is random. Now if we want to create a matrix, let's create a simple matrix. So how we create a matrix? A equals to we want to create a matrix, but a random is a point values are there, so we don't go with this. So another thing very important, so we want to go with the three kinds of operations are possible. Suppose we have a decimal values a equals to, we have a values like a point 1, 2, 3. So if I want to convert into another little bit defined 6.123, if a is defined 6.123, so if we round off it, what we get? If we want to round off this value, what we get? Round off, do you understand what's the meaning of round off? Let me know. If we want to go with a round off, so what is the meaning of round off? Any idea? If I want to print a whole number, 6.1, what should be print? So to get it, we
It will convert the number to the nearest whole number.
So we go with this, it will print 6, nearest whole number. So that is very fine. So round off is a print a nearest whole number, but there is another concept, right? So there is another concept. So what actually these things? If we going to write this FLOOR floor, so in different languages, if you go with this different languages, it's already available. So if we going to round off it, what is the answer? It should be answer. If we go with the round of this number 6.788, so what is the round of value? Can you tell me?
6.
And if we go to the floor,
7. 7.
some of you are writing telling me 6. If we go with the round off, then what answer? And if we go with the floor, then what is the answer? So what do you think? Some of you already mentioned this, it is 6. Yes?
Floor is 6. I think.
Exactly. Floor is 6. Exactly. Floor actually always goes to floor. Whatever the value is there, still if we have a value here 6.999, and still if I go with this, it still is provide 6. Floor means towards floor, right? Towards floor means lower value always be printed. But if same thing, if we go with a round, it always print the proper way. So this is a proper mathematical process is follows. If we go with a round, it's always follow the proper mathematical rules, conventional rules. But floor is not follows. And another command is there, seal. Suppose if I go with a 7.11111, so what is the result? In general, conventional way, it should be 7. But when we go with a seal, it goes to 8. So this actually another thing. So that actually it's go with the upper value, ceiling value. Right, it go with the ceiling value. Right. So three things we need to remember. Every language have these three options. Right. So seal, floor, and round. So now we have actually. So is it clear what is the seal, floor, and round? Any queries?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, seal value you just repeat once.
Okay, seal value. So I just go with this. So three options are. So any of the time, if we want to clear screen, we have an option CLC. Right, you may use CLC command to clear your screen, right? But whatever the variables are there that actually exists into work window. So I also discussed how we check that things. So now I need to discuss floor. We write the things floor 4.888. We write seal 4.111. So if you check In case of seal, it always goes to ceiling, top value. So whatever is there, it may be 4.01. Then also it's more than 4, means it must goes to reach to 5. So this actually a ceiling. Ceiling means ceiling value, means top value. And next integer, and floor means the same integer. It's not go check anything else. And round is proper mathematical convention it follows. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So these three options are there. Now I have a random matrix, array ND, random. We store this matrix. We want to store this matrix variable, that is k. K equals to, we write these things within that we want to store. Okay, k equals to, not is, random, and we write within that 4. Now we want to round off it. So first what we do, round 10. So we just multiply by 10 into k. So now what we get, a complete matrix we receive. So this way we may able to create some random noise. So why random matrix is so important? Because noise is a very important for our studies. Every cases we need to go with a noise. So how we create a random noise? So this is actually a random value is a good options to create a random noise, right? So hopefully you are aware about that particular noise. So we can able to impose noise using this rand functions, and we may use this random functions different way. But the thing is that if you go with this, so one another very important thing is that suppose here you going to write this seal, then it will not work. Okay, seal. Okay, it's a working. Yes, it will work. But if you don't go with the things. So seal value is also there, and floor value also work. So because we add in multiply by 10, but if you have these things, if you forget to multiply 10, then what happened? All are 1. If you forget to multiply 10 and if you write a floor, all are zeros. So no use of that. So these are clear things. Just check it.
Sir, if we multiply 10, then also we will get the random number only, no?
Multiply 10 means it provide the things, right? It provide the values, right? Means the thing is that if I multiply random point, decimal values are there, all are decimal values. If we multiply with 10, then what happened? We get a 2.7, 0.6.9, and even then we round off. But otherwise, if we don't multiply 10 or some things, we don't get a proper values, right? So why we multiply with 10? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you repeat?
The thing is that here why we go with this way means the thing is that first thing is that how we generate a noise. So noise generation is also be a very important thing. So some of the cases we test using providing, so some signals are there. We send some noise to check how affect this noise on the signals, and how we again revert back the proper signal. So for testing purpose, we need to create some random noise. So random we use, but the thing is that obviously we need to remember this point values are not sufficient. It's a very low. So we need some greater values for a random calculation. So what we do, we multiply with 10. So as this random, it generally provides 0 to 1 values, right? The random results stay within 0 to 1. So all values are within 0 to 1. So if we want to get a more than that, 1 to 10 values, so obviously we need to random values within 1 to 10. So these are the good options if we multiply with this 10. If we need suppose we need to go with some greater random values like 10 to 100. So we again multiply 100. Right? Is it clear? Still have a doubt? Yeah, let me know. Is it okay? Or have a question? Yeah, let me know. Is it okay or have a question? Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. So next, we need to go with the next phase. That is, we have a matrix. This is actually a matrix. We suppose we have a matrix. Sorry. So this actually a matrix we have. Okay. We have, I think. No. 1 second. Sorry. Some issues are there. Just a moment. It will be back. Yes. So we again go with some random matrix. Sorry. We go with some random matrix. Suppose this actually the command we write here. Yes. So this, and then we write these things. This. So this actual matrix we have. Now the problem is that we want to find out this element. We want to get this element. So how we fetch this element from this matrix? So any of the individual element, we need to find out. How we find out this element? So two different approach we may take. For that, number one approach is that two different approach we may take. Number one approach is that is this first one. So I just copied this and write into Paint, print screen. So indexing. So now we actually what we want to discuss that actually indexing of a matrix, right? So how we indexed the things. So just a moment. I just again go with this and how we go with this indexing. So how we go with the indexing. So let's put these things into this. Yes. So indexing. So indexing means we want to fetch this seventh element. So how we find out the seventh element? It's the same way. So two kinds of indexing. So row column indexing or single valued indexing. So this position. So if I want to fetch this, we may write this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So total 16 values are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So if we write this answer is a variable where we store this data, and then if we write 13, then it's return 7. So let's check. Let's write the things. So first what I do, we just change the variables to j, one variable, and j, if we write a 13, it will return 7. So how is written? So this is a positional value. So this way serially calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this is a 13 position. Is it clear? So how we fetch one particular element? Is it clear? Let me know. So this is the most important things.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So next, suppose I want to fetch this value, this 5. So what actually we need to write? Can you tell me? Just try it. So what should I need to write here if we want to fetch this value?
J11, sir.
11, exactly.
J11.
So J11 we need to write. But another way is there. So this is the simplest way. Another way is there. So we need to find out the value using row and column. So if we want to find this 5 value using row and column concept, so this actually first, second, third row, and this actually third column. So what we need to write here? J3, 3, 3. So it's written 5. Right. So this way we may go with a column wise, row column wise, we may find out. So suppose we need to find out now this 2. So what we need to write? Can you tell me? If we want to find out this 2, what should I need to write?
J2, 4.
2,4.
Okay, so everyone, please write down into chat. Let me check. Everyone, how many of you are able to respond? Just everyone, try to respond to it. Everyone, please try to respond to it via chat window. Everyone, please. Whatever you think, please write down in the chat window. Anubhav already replied, so we wait for all. Okay. So majority goes to 2, 4. Okay, some of you writing something wrong. 4, 3 is not a perfect, I think. If we go with the 4, 3, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, and that goes to here. So
2.
ও স্যার হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ আমি আমার কম্পিউটার থেকে বলেছি না না ঠিক আছে
ও আচ্ছা তোমার কোন একটা অন্য কিছু এসেছে সেই জন্য ঠিক আছে
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ
but it may be happen that you mistakenly go with a row column inter. So some of the cases students will make a mistake. First they consider column, they consider row. That's not a true one. You first need to consider row, then you need to consider column, right? In that case you need to follow these things: row first, then column, right? So next, suppose we want to fetch this 2. We want to fetch this 2. So what we need to do for that? Any idea?
J12, J13.
Okay, so J12, J13, that's good. But we may write these things another way. Let's check how we write J. So the thing is that common thing is that that's the first row. So we write here first. But when we're going to consider the column, so first row, second column, and third column. Right. So 2 is to 3. We already inform you is to is entire all. Right. So we may go it this way. So entire all. So is it clear? So 6, 9. So we want to print this 2. So entire all. So row we check that it's a fine, the same one. But column is 2 column we want to print, and start and end we need to mention and print entire things. Is it clear? Just check it.
Can you repeat this one again?
Yeah. So if we want to print this 2, so 6 and 9 we want to print. We want to print 6 and 9. So how we print 6 and 9? So first thing is that we need to remember, first thing we know that actually first row we need to write. So we first initially start with the first row. 1 we write here, and comma, then we need to write a column. But when we checking the column, we need to print 2. So we have an option. If we want to print more than one values, we have options. We already know is to command. Is to means entire all. So this is the second row, second column, and third column. So starting from 2, go up to 3. So that actually 2 is to 3. So this is 1, this 2, this 3. So this way it will print. Is it clear or still have a doubt?
Clear, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So can you able to find out these values? Just try it, everyone. Write into chat window. Everyone, try to write into chat window so I can understand how many of you are able to write it perfectly. Yes, everyone, please try to respond via chat. Yeah, sir, mind it. Okay, okay. J3 1:3. Okay, J3 1:3. J3 1:2:3. No, I want to print entire data or no, Anubhav. I want to print entire data. Why you go with a 1:2:3? 1:2:3 is a little bit different one. It will not. So just before writing these things, please check into your MATLAB editor. So you already have a MATLAB editor. Whatever things we discussed that easily work into your Android MATLAB app. So if you're not installed yet, please install it, right? And check it first before sharing with the chat window. Just sharing with that, check it with that, and you just check it. It's provide us some different results. If you go with this 1:2:3, right? So lots of students provide a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 students responded. Almost 28 are there, but I only get just 6 response. What about the others? Is it not clear to all? Or they need more time, or it's a little bit faster? Yeah, is it so what about the others? So this answer is actually first, second, third row, so 3, comma 1:3. So and if anyone have a doubt, please ask me. Now, can you able to print see this 3 things 2, 5, 6, this entire last column? If you want to print, then what you do? If you need to print entire, said you are going too fast. Okay, I am going too fast. Okay, so I just wait. So just I am wait, and so whatever the things are there, so I just I now we go a little bit slower, and whatever things you miss, let me ask, I will repeat. Right. Suvarno, if you miss anything, if you have query, then please ask. So I wait here. So I from second half, I go a little bit slow, then no issue. Right. So is there any questions regarding this? So what I do, I last now 10 minutes is there. So what I do, whatever the doubts you have, what are the problems we have, it's the best options to discuss that things rather than going with a new topic. So we stop here. We don't go with the. Okay, you need to recap it. So how you recap, Suvarno? So this session's already recording, I think, going on. Recording is on. Yes, recording is going on. So you may go with this recordings, and we will share this recording. But if you all interested to move to Google Meet, in that case, we don't have options to go with the recording, right? So
So
in
we
that
can
case,
go with Zoom also.
So we can record, sir.
You can continue with Zoom.
no, Zoom is another issue is there. Zoom actually have a biggest issue. This actually they actually consume
This
more
is a
data.
40 minutes session. This is a
Yeah.
40
Okay,
minutes.
sir, you can continue in this application only.
No. There are many
I
students
think
are having problem.
okay. The Zoom is not a good options. I think good Zoom and GoToMeeting the same issue is there. If you are, I think data is actually as per my means my experience. This actually this GoToMeeting, if you go with the 2-hour sessions, then it actually consumes 700 MB data. So in a day, you need to go with a 1 and 5 means if you 5-hour sessions, then 1.5 GB data you need. Right. If you go with that, I think GoToMeeting is a base platform. But by the way, if you most of the students actually have issue asking, but I think Google Meet in that case just it's maybe possible by lesser data, but not very effective. Basically, Google Meet take the same way 1.2 GB, so 300 MB you will save. But in the meantime, Google Meet have always not have a recording options. So so these are the things are there. So you need to check it, and I think if you just go with that, try to go with the. So how? What do you think? Can you able to manage this? I think not more than 1.5 GB data required if you go with this GoToMeeting, right? Can you able to manage this? Let me know.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
How many of you just write down the chat? How many of you have a go with a yes, and how many of you want to go with a no? So let's go with that. Open poll is there. So let's go with. So only 2 of you responded. So 4 of you 5 responded. You all are means you all are eligible for vote, right? So please response. So here in this poll, no one writing that no. So I think it's a best options to we can continue this app. Okay. So I think this actually are good options to continue with this because no one writing that no issue with this app, so they can able to manage. So we continue with this app. So that's all for sessions 1. If you have any queries, anything, you may ask me. Otherwise, you may leave these sessions. We again start sessions by okay. No. We have a time. Okay, we have a lots of time. Sorry. I make a mistake. Sorry, no issue. We continue now. I think this is a 12:30. No, this is not a 12:30. This is 12:21. So we need to continue up to 1, and then we have a break. Right? From 1 we have a break. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
we continue another half an hour. So I actually make some mistakes. Okay, no issue. So we continue another half hours of sessions. So let's go with these things. And now we are writing here. So last thing what we discuss, this actually simple. We create a simple random matrix, or we may go with a magic matrix. So k equals to, we write here magic.
4.
Not always be 4. We may take some higher value also.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So the thing is that here we have this matrix. So now we want to face the values this way. Again, we go with the same way. We want to find the values of just make a copy of that. Then we can. Yes. So now we want to get the values like this. So we want to print this one, and this one. How we print it? How we go with that? How we print these values? Let's try everyone. Obviously, otherwise I will explain. So any idea? Yeah, so some of you, Shampal actually responded. That's a very good response from Shampal. Yes, some of you writing that, yes, I am going too fast. So what I do, I just go with the step by step. And from this code, we revise the things again. So very first, what we mentioned, the thing is that Shampoo writing first thing, that is what we just write first, and then we go with the next part. So okay, I am using this editor window. So yes, so Shampoo writing that J 2 1 is to 2 is to 5. So okay. So Shampoo, whatever you write, it's showing some error. So let me find out what. Okay. So K is there. So I just copied your things. That's my mistake. So this is actually the things Shampoo print. So he's perfect. So 23, 7, and 4, 16. So 23, 7, and 16. So how it became? So I just repeat step by step. Very first step, we discuss these things. When we start with the things like 1 is to 10, that means, so we already discussed, but I repeat because I go a little bit fast, so I make it a little bit slow now and discuss it. So 1 is to 10. So this is 1 is to 10, it's print entire. Same way, if we go with this matrix, if we want to print entire the first row, so we need to write. So this is clear. We just mentioned 1 is to 10. And if we write the same way,
1 is to 5.
K, I guess 1 is to 5, this a good answer, but I want to write this way, is to, comma, is to. I just want to compare this both. So is to, comma, is to, K, is to, comma, is to. Now questions you have in your mind, why it's return the whole matrix?
Yes, sir.
The thing is, know is2 means entire all. So entire all means all the values of rows and all the values of column should print. So why it will print? So is2 means always entire all. When we print here, not a matrix in single dimension, 1:10 means entire all. The same way, if we consider this matrix and write a is2, so that means entire all. Is it clear? Just first let me know. Everyone, please respond.
Yes, sir.
Everyone, please respond. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Sir, could you please
Fine.
repeat again? I lost my headphone.
Obviously. So students who all have an issue always ask me. No issue. So number of times you may ask me. You don't have any issue. So the thing is that here, first we declare K matrix here. So this is a K matrix I declare. And from this K matrix, what we do, so if I want to get any of the value of the K matrix, what we write generally, suppose we want to get a particular this value, what we write generally, last time we learned, that is first row, last column. So 1, 1, 5, if we write, we get a particular value. So how we write these things? We mentioned this way: K 1, 5. So the thing is that how we write the code? We mention the element. So if we write in space of that all the element, so what we do? So rather than printing particular element row and column value, if we want to print entire element, so obviously we have an option is2. So why we replace by it is2? And as it's a in space of is2 means in space of 1 is2 means all values of row, and instead of column 5 we write a is2, that means all values of column. So it's print entire column and row of a matrix. Is it clear? Okay. So now we need to go with another way. So we want to find out, suppose particular row or column. So if we want to find out particular row or column, so first row all the column, first row all the column value we want to get. Sorry, this is the first row all the column. So what it print? From first row is mentioned, but entire all column. So is2 means entire all. So first row is a 70. So all the column values are printed here, right? So I just wait here. So everyone please practice. So I give you 2 minutes time. So whatever command we write here, please write step by step into your MATLAB editor window. So whatever you have in mobile phone, just go with. I just wait here. Just try first. Go with this and try it, because just check it, and step by step. Whenever done, please inform me. But you must need to try. Otherwise, what happens if you don't practice it, you don't implement it, it became more complex step by step. So I wait here little bit. Try it. Whenever you need, ask me to scroll down. I will scroll down. And whenever you're done these things, please respond done. You can go with the next part. Okay. 1 or 2 already completed by, but I need to wait for all because lots of students are not cope up with that. They're informing me. I need to go with a little bit slow. So I wait here. Yeah. So I just scroll down, and rest of the things please check. Means rather than writing here, so all of you please write the code and check it. And if you have any difficulties with any of the code, please ask me. Okay. Yeah. I think now it's completed by all, and entire row. So now as we go with the entire row, this way we print. Now within this, we want to print some part. So if I want to print some part, suppose, so what happened? We want to print this to this. So is to entire, but from where to where? That we mentions this way, 2 to 4. Means second to fourth element you need to print.
Yes, sir.
Include second. Now,
Sir,
if we
2 is
want,
to 5.
yes, yes, ask me. Any question?
Sir, no, sir. No.
Okay. So,
Sir, can you repeat this one?
yeah. So, this actually we to go with starting from last time what we do, we print entire row, but now we don't want to print entire row, we want to print this portions only. So is to means entire, we understand these things, but if we want to print this portions, so this is a starting point, index value 2 starting point, and index value 4 is the end point. There's this 1 2 3 4. So 2 to 4 we want to print, so starting value 2, end value 4, to get this 2418. So what we do here, we mention before is 2, starting value that is 2, end value that is 4. Is it clear? So why it's print this way? Is it okay?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. So next, what we need to do, these are the options we have. Next, we want to go with this alternately. We want to print, means we want to print 17, then we want to print 1, then we want to print 15. So we know that we have another option. So go with the first value to end value, so 5, but with a 1 gap. So how many gaps I need to do? We need to mention this way. And so why we write this way? So this is 17, first element, then 1 gap, second element, third element, then 1 gap, fifth element. It will print here. Instead of this, if we write here 1 gap, that means it print every element, right? Clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So next, so this way we go with this how we go. So anyone have any issue? So all of you clear to up to this, clear idea up to this, all of you have. So now if we
Yes, sir.
want to print sub matrix, so from this main matrix we want to fetch this sub matrix. So how we fetch this part from main matrix? We want to just fetch this part, sub matrix. So how we fetch it? Can you able to write a code to fetch this part?
The 4 3 to 5.
Write down in the chat, then I can able to find out the things. So everyone, please try. Everyone should try.
Sir, can you show some column operations?
Okay. I will show first column operations. No issue. So if we go with the column operations, let's go with. So our main matrix. So I go with some random matrix, again magic matrix. It's easy to go with. So we want to go with this column operations. We want to print this column. So what we need to do? So okay, first is that we store it into. So again, I make the thing. So we on variable we need to select n equals to magic 9. Suppose we write. So this is a bigger matrix is there, and from this we want to print. Suppose this entire column. So how we print? Now we need to write n, then entire row, all the rows of first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh column. So this actually a way how we write entire row, all the rows, means these are the rows, all the rows of a 7th column we want to print. So this way it will print, right? Now from that we need to fetch few of the parts. So I think the last one is clear to you. Now we want to go with the same thing, starting from 1, intermediate of 1, go up to 9. So what it do? It print the same thing, right? It print the same thing. So we again we elaborately discuss these things. So the is2 means starting to end all the values. 1 means default gap, means all the values. 1 means no gap is there. So every values it will print. Is it clear? Just let me know. Just check it by yourself.
Sir, explain the last line once. That 1:9, 7.
Yeah. 1 is to
Yes, sir, check
1.
it.
1 is to 9, 7, right? So the thing is that if we write a is to, that means entire all. And if we want to write the same thing in different way, so that first one actually, so okay, just I take again a screenshot and print into some different window. Then it's better for you. So just these things. So okay, it's not coming whole window. Just a moment. I again copy this thing. So okay, it's there. No issue. So the thing is that this one actually mentioned the position, starting point, starting position, this one. And this one is actually, this 9 is actually to end, right? This E, this is like end. Now this actually an intermediate. So starting from 1, so first location is 1, so print 23. Then second location, that is 1 plus 1, 2, print 33. Then fourth location is that 1 plus 1, that is 3. Third location, this 43. So this way it print until it's reached to 9. Right? Is it clear? Or still have a doubt?
Clear. Oh, clear, sir.
Yes, sir, clear.
Yeah. So this way we go with. Now, the thing is that this one is how much value we want to shift. So now if I want to write here 2, so what happened? First is goes print 23. Then this is the first location plus 2, that is a third location next position. So this is the third location, that is a plus 2, this third location will print. Then it will print this fifth location as plus 2 addition. Then it's seventh location, then print ninth location, right? So this way it's going on, right? So now if we write this code, instead of writing 1, if we write 2, it will print this way. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please check these things from your side.
Yes, sir. Done.
Yeah, done. So these are the way we may go with. So I go with a little bit slow here because the same thing we're discussing last 20 minutes. So let's try. You need to try one thing. Can you able to print this value? So let's again I take a screenshot and show. Ask me. So now you have a task to print. Suppose this one, then 1, 2, 3. This one, then this one. So can you print these things? What code you need to write to print it? Can you able to write this thing? Just try.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So everyone, please respond. Then write on the chat. Then we can understand that yes. Is it yes or no? Understandable or no? Yeah. Shoham Mitra already right? No. Shoham Mitra is the last one. Yeah, I'm waiting for your response. Please respond, everyone. Yeah, Shayok already responded. Okay, 3, 4. Okay, number of students responded. Okay. Okay. Still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 students responded. Okay. So here, what is the issue? Number of students writing that 1:3:7, and number of students writing that 1:3:9. So what should be the perfect one? The thing is that both are correct. It always show the perfect result. So the result is all, both the cases result the same result we get, right? So if you go with this, both the cases we get the same result. So just try in 1, 1:3:9. Both the cases answers are exactly same. No, I think I asked some different.
So this will be 1:3:9, then comma 1.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. 6. So some of you writing this thing, Goirik, actually no, make a mistake. Okay. So this is actually a way it will work, right? So this actually answers. So is it clear to all of you? Anyone have any doubt? Ask me. So last 10 minutes is there again. So I don't extend this session more. If you have any queries or doubts, so it may be number of students have a doubt, I will solve it, and then we again join at around 2 next time. So what are the questions you have? Please ask me. So anyone have any
Sir,
queries?
why
Anything?
both of them are same results? Both of them are giving same results.
The
7
thing
and
is that, yeah, the question answer is same. The thing is that if you go to, so up to 7 and up to 9, whatever you go, the indeed intermediate values are not affected.
okay,
So
that is
if it
up
is a
to 9.
right, if it is a 10 is there, 10 number of values are there, then it make effect. Right.
Okay.
So that's actually for first half. Now 10 minutes, 8 minutes is there. So anyone have any questions? Ask me. What were the things regarding this course, regarding this MATLAB? So first of all, I need to know all of you now able to manage MATLAB software. And I also try to share a Google Drive link, MATLAB Google Drive link with you, right? So using that, you may download that things. So by today evening, I try to share this MATLAB Google Drive link. So you may install it, because first 3 or 4 sessions without any, you can easily go with using your MATLAB mobile app, but after 4 sessions, it's difficult for you to go with this mobile applications. For that, what you need to install a software. And if you have a full-fledged versions of so please download it by next half, means it's actually a very big software if you're going to but use an original one. So please start downloading now. Just click on that and start taking the sessions. Or if you have a, then otherwise I will share this also be a 1 or 2 GB of file. But at the end of the sessions, you need to complete a project. So for that purpose, we must need a software. So we also discuss lots of things, how we proceed with the project, that things next up. So one thing I request all of you, please, in the meantime, try to make a group. And we continue with this GoToMeeting app. Link is same, everything is same for next half also, for next classes also, because we don't have a permission to go with any other mode of delivery, right? And you all are confirmed that you are comfortable with this. So if you have a little bit of issue, just try to manage it, right, with this app. I think it's a very good one, right? So thank you for all. This moment we again meet around 2, right? Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
So, sir,
Yes.
at first you say the 30 days trial version of MATLAB. If I download that, is it work?
Yeah, that will work. That will, this 30-day trial version will work for 30 days. Means it's more than enough for this course, because it's actually continue in just 7 days. Means 6 days. One holiday is there within that, so it's enough.
Okay, sir.
Full package means you need to install this AIML package. So when you going to install, they ask the packages. So you choose the AIML package, obviously, Fuzzy package, and you need to select the NN means AIML, not Fuzzy, NN neural network tool, NN tool, and image processing toolbox. These are the basic requirements, and obviously GUI. So this 4 app should be there. Just when you install, just check these things. These are available there or not.
Okay.
Time of installation. Okay.
Sir, you just write the things which are required during the time of installation in the group, sir.
Okay. I mention it here rather than writing group.
Sir, it will be better for group.
Sir, please write in group.
Okay. No issue. Okay, thank you.